Hello everyone and welcome back to Hutan Pantai. So as you can see, we are in November and this is the month that from which I'm gonna start preparing our remaining two fields for the next crops. We already have prepared our field number 8, field number 9 and field number 7 for the next crops, and we are left with only field number 2 and field number 4, which I'll be preparing, and I'll be starting all this work from this month itself. And along with it, you can see I also completed the baling work on both the fields, and in total, we got 71 bales from both these grasslands. And the funny part is that if I remember correctly, then we got 29 grass bales from our field number 26, and from the field number 24 and field number 25 combined, I got 42 bales. So that proves that the yield on our field number 26 was way better than that of the field number 24 and 25, because although that is a big grassland because it's two fields combined, but still the difference between the bale count for both the grasslands is not that big. Well, soon all these bales will be turned into silage. You can see, these bales are 17% fermented. So I think by the end of this month, all the bales will be fully fermented and they will be used then for making the TMR for our cows and buffaloes. And we'll also be selling eggs in this month itself. This is the best time to sell our eggs. You can see the prices are at their peak. But I think I'll be waiting for some time. And before we sell the eggs, I'm gonna first start with the liming work. And since we have potatoes still lying on our field number 4, so I'll be starting with the field number 2 first. So into our New Holland tractor, there it is, and I will attach my lime spreader to this tractor, and straight away we are gonna start the liming work on field number 2. But before that, we'll surely have to refill our lime spreader up to the full. So there you can see we still have just about 3400 liters of lime, but I'll first be refilling the lime spreader. And also I think what I will do is I will also invest some money in repairing our tractor and the lime shredder. And so to repair the lime shredder, it will cost me $624. I will repair the front wheel as well for $31. And as for the tractor, it will cost me right about $7,500. There we go. So done with the repairing work, and I think it is better to first refuel our tractor as well, and then I will move to the shop so that we can refill our lime shredder to the full, and straight away we can start with the liming work on our cotton field, which is the field number 2. So let's quickly refill our tractor. There we go. So the fuel cost me almost $650. So let's move to the shop and I will see you right there. So here we are at the shop, and I think I have some lime left in this bag, so let's use it as well. There we go. And I will now purchase a few more bags of lime. I think 8 bags will be enough for now. So let's purchase them for $3,600. There we go. And let's refill our lime spreader once again. There we go. So we have a full lime spreader now with us, and I'm gonna start from this side of the field. And if you look into the weather forecast, it says that rain will be arriving very soon. So that means we'll be doing the field work in rain, but it won't matter much. We have quite powerful machines with us. So into the steering assist, and now we can start the liming work. There we go. So we are continuing with the liming work once again on our field number 2, and we'll see how much lime this field is gonna take. I think I'll have to refill our lime spreader at least once more in order to finish the liming work on this field. And once again, the approach will be same. That is, I'll be doing at least 2 headlands first, and then I'm gonna move up and down in this field. And in this way, we'll be finished with the liming work. And once it will be done, I'll also be cultivating this field. And as for our field number 4, I think I will also pick up the potatoes that we have on that field, and I'm gonna deliver them to the potato processing plant. And if we don't have enough storage left at our potato processing plant, I will store the potatoes, or you can say the remaining potatoes, in our bigger trailer. So I'll see so as to how many potatoes we can accommodate in the potato processing plant. And as for the remaining potatoes, I'm gonna store them in our bigger trailer itself, because we have nothing to harvest in the coming time. So I think we can surely store the remaining potatoes in our trailer. And as for now, I'm gonna continue with the liming work on this field, and I will see you guys after some time. Well, as you can see, I'm continuing with the liming work, and rain is also here, but it won't be raining for so long, because you can see we have a bright sun that will be coming out in the coming time. Also in the weather forecast, you can see the sun will be out by 12 p.m. So the rain won't affect any of our work that we'll be doing in this month. And also, what I will now do is, since we are done with almost 70% of the field, I think it's now the best time to hire a worker for the liming work in this remaining field. And I think the lime that we have will be enough for this entire field. So once again into worker section, and I will hire a worker for the remaining of the field. And the worker can go only up and down because I've already done the headlands by myself. There we go. The worker will continue with the liming work, and what I will do is I will jump in my fan tractor. There it is, and you can see the trailer is already attached to our fan tractor, and I'm gonna take this tractor and our flatbed trailer to the smaller farm so that we can load the pellets of eggs onto this trailer and we can sell them. And I think along with it, I will also be taking these pellets of chips that we have right here, and I'll be selling these chips and the eggs that we have. I will first check the prices of the chips as well. Hopefully they are at their best. So there they are. And you can see at the farmers market, I'll be getting over $4,300 for 1,000 liters of potato chips. And you can also see that the prices don't vary that much for the potato chips. So I'll surely be taking all these pellets with me, and in that way we'll be making more space for the pellets that will be spawning in the future. So I'll quickly load all these pellets onto the trailer and I will see you in just a second. So there you can see I have picked up all the pellets of potato chips that we got from the potato processing plant. And although we have 10 pellets, but you can see we have 20,000 liters of potato chips because each pellet of potato chips consists of 2,000 liters of potatoes, potato chips in fact. And now it's the time to move to our chicken coop so I can also collect all the pellets of eggs that we have right there. And straight away I will take all these pellets and we're gonna take them to the farmers market for selling them. So here we are at our smaller farm, and I'm gonna park our tractor and the flatbed trailer right here, and I'm gonna load all these pellets of eggs onto this trailer, and I will see you guys in just a second. So there you can see we have got over 18,000 liters of eggs and 20,000 liters of potato chips, and I'll be taking all this load to the farmers market, and hopefully we can make right about $150,000 from these products that we have. So let's hope for the best, and I will quickly move to the farmers market and I will see you guys right there. So here we are at the farmers market, and you can see in the forecast sun is out, so I am pretty sure that rain will be stopping very soon and sun will be out once again, and it will be the best time so that we can start cultivating the field number 2. And also I'll also be removing the potatoes from our field number 4. So here's a sell point, and my guess will be $150,000. Let's see how close we can get. There we go. So in total I think we made over $215,000, or you can say almost $220,000, just by selling the potato chips and the eggs. And we have a lot more stuff to sell in the coming time. And you can see We now have almost $4.8 million in our bank account, and we'll surely be touching that $8 million mark by the time we are done with this series. I am pretty sure about it. So let's hope for the best. And you can see that train has also stopped. So this is the best time that we can start with the cultivation work on our field number 2. And I am think the worker is also done with the liming work. Yep, you can see it is stopped right at the end of this field. So it's a good thing, and once again it's a great timing. So I will park this tractor and our trailer somewhere in this yard. And I think before we start with the cultivation work, I'm gonna first remove the potatoes that we have in our field number 4. And for that work, I think I'll be leasing a different type of machine. And what I have decided is I think I'll be going with a big wheel loader, and along with the big wheel loader I'll also be leasing a big bucket so that we can quickly remove the potatoes from the field by loading them into our grown trailer and delivering them to the potato processing plant. So I'll first jump into the New Holland tractor. There it is, and you can see the worker is done with the liming work, and we still have just over 3100 liters of lime left with us. So I'll be liming the field number 4 at some other time. As of now, I will quickly take the tractor and the lime spreader back to the farm, and I'm gonna attach the grown trailer to this tractor, and we'll move towards the field number 4 at the place where we have dropped the potatoes. So here we are, and I will leave the lime spreader right here, and there is our grown trailer. I do believe it is empty. Yep. So let's get it attached to the tractor. There we go. And I will take this near the pile of potatoes which is right here at the center of this field. And I think I will park our tractor and the trailer somewhere right here in this position. There we go. And now for leasing a big wheel loader, I will jump into the shop menu, and I'll first select the big bucket, for which I think I'll be going in this category. So I think this is the biggest bucket that we can get, and you can see it has a capacity of 10,000 liters, which is, I think, decent enough to quickly load all the potatoes from the ground into the trailer. So I will lease it, and for this bucket, we'll have to lease this wheel loader. It is Volvo L180H, and it has a engine of 333 horsepower. So I'm gonna lease it, and I think we won't be needing the safety frame or the safety beacon. The beacon light design will be, I think I'll go with this design number 2. Yep, I think I will go with design number 2, although I won't be using the beacons. So let's lease it, and it will cost me just over $15,000. There we go. So let's jump into the leased vehicle. There it is, and just look at the size of this thing. Wow, I'm pretty sure that using this machine I'll be able to load all the potatoes very quickly, because we have a capacity of 10,000 liters, and when compared to our telehandler, I think it has 5 times more capacity than that of the bucket that we use on our telehandler. So it's a good thing, and I will now quickly move to the field number 4, and straight away I'm gonna start loading all the potatoes into the trailer. So here we are at the field, I am quite impressed with the size of this machine. It's huge, it's very huge. I can't explain how big this machine is. So let's start picking the potatoes right away. There we go. And it is doing its work very easily, as you can see. I don't think it is feeling any kind of weight. So let's drop all the potatoes into the trailer. I'll be very careful while doing so. There we go. You can see it was quite an easy work, and I think we'll be done in less than 6 to 7 minutes, which is a good thing. I'll surely be time-lapsing this part, and I'll be seeing you guys once we are done with transporting all the potatoes to the potato processing plant. And as I've already told you, if the storage will be full in the potato processing plant, I'll be storing the remaining potatoes in this trailer itself. And I think it is the time to take a screenshot, which I'll do straight away. So I've taken the screenshot, and hopefully you guys are gonna like the screenshot. So do let me know if you like the work that I am doing on this series, as it helps me to create even better content for you guys. So as of now, I'm going to continue with loading the potatoes into the trailer, and I will deliver them to the potato processing plant. So I will see you guys once we are done. Well, as you can see, I am almost done with loading all the potatoes into our trailer, but there is some glitch, because as I am dropping the potatoes into the trailer, although it is registering them, but it is not showing any signs of potatoes in the trailer. I don't know. what kind of glitch it is, but it's not a good thing. Well, I can't do anything about the glitch, but one thing that we have to do for sure is we have to keep the remaining potatoes in this trailer itself because our potato processing plant is once again full, and I also had to drop right about 30,000 liters of potatoes near the cement factory, or else I wouldn't be able to get all the potatoes from this field right here, which I had to do because that's the only way to continue with the field preparation work in our field number 4. So I'll surely be picking up the potatoes that we have on the ground right there using our telehandler, as they are not that much. As for these potatoes, there you can see I have picked all of them, and I will now drop them into the trailer, and that will be it for picking the potatoes. And as for the performance of this wheel loader, it's a big machine, and it's a shame that I did get more chance to use this machine. So the work for this machine here is done. I will return it so into the vehicles section, and let's return our wheel loader setup. So I'll first return this. There we go. And now for the wheel loader. There we go. So I think since I won't be working on this field in this episode, so I will leave this tractor and the trailer right here. I'll be liming and cultivating this field in the next episode, for which I will be seeing you guys in December. I won't be skipping the December because in that month I'll be discussing with you guys about the future of this series, so as to what approach I am gonna take from the next season for this series, starting with I think February itself. So I will see you guys for the next episode in December. And as for now, before we end this episode, I think I will do one time lapse of cultivation work on our field number 2. So I will jump into the case tractor. There it is, and it is ready with the cultivator behind it. And straight away, I will move to the field number 2 so that we can start cultivating it. And I'll try to do at least all the headlands before we end this month and this episode. I think I will also repair this tractor and the cultivator as well. So the tractor will cost me almost $3,000, and as for the cultivator, it will cost only $283. There we go. And now we will move to our field number 2. So for the next episode, I'll surely be seeing you guys in December, and we are gonna finish with the field preparation work. That will include finishing the cultivation work on field number 2 and the liming and cultivation work on field number 4. So here is the field, and I'm gonna start from this side once again. So once again into the steering assist. And there we go. So once again, I am doing the cultivation work on our field number 2, and I will try to finish at least 50% of the field in this time lapse. And as for the remaining 50%, I'll be doing it in the next episode that will be doing in December. And I do have a lot to discuss, because what I am thinking is that in the coming week I might end this series. So the next episode will be very important in understanding the approach that I'll be taking from now on, at least for this series, because we have so much to do still. We are left with a lot of work on the temple construction work, and we'll also have a lot of stuff to sell in the coming time. So as of now, I'm gonna continue with the cultivation work on the field number 2, and I will see you guys after some time.
I could be who you want, cause I know that I need to be happy too. And then things turn to dust when I bluff just to mess up and tell the truth. All I hear is an echo, turn the words that we say to ammo. Sleeping on my side of the bed though, weeks have gone, can't let go. I go crazy when you call my name, make me lose my game. When you call my name, I go crazy, cause I can't escape. When you call my name, when you call my name, I go crazy. When you call my name, make me lose my game. When you call my name, I go crazy, cause I can't escape. When you call my name, when you call my name. Can't disguise who I am when I am with you. My armor fell off cause your words got me naked, got me naked. All I hear is an echo, turn the words that we say to ammo. Sleeping on the side of the bed though, weeks have gone, can't let go. I go crazy when you call my name, make me lose my game. When you call my name, I go crazy, cause I can't escape. When you call my name, when you call my name, I go crazy. When you call my name, make me lose my game. When you call my name, I go crazy, cause I can't escape. When you call my name, when you call my name.
Well, as you can see, I am continuing with the cultivation work on field number 2, and this will be the final row that I'll be doing as our cultivation work for this month. And although I'm not quite done with the 50% of the field, I think I've done only about 40% of the field. But at least we are done with the headlands, and now I have to go only up and down in this field for our first time lapse that we'll be doing in the next episode, for which I'll be seeing you guys in December. And that episode will be one of the most important episode for me, because that episode will be deciding the future of the series. And before I end this episode, I will also show you the progress on the temple construction site. So there you can see I delivered right about 6 pallets of wood beam in the previous month, and I think it will be done with processing all these wood beam by the end of next month. And as for the other progress, I think I've enabled the flight mode, so I'll be using it. Yep. So you can see it has done with 4 buildings, and now it is now working on this area of the temple. And I think once this area will be done, it will be doing this area and this area as well. And hopefully that will be it for the temple construction work. But I am still uncertain about this area of the temple. I think it will be constructing some type of building right here as well, because why not, as it is the entry to the temple. and I think it will look incomplete if there will be no building at all. One thing is for sure, that once this construction will be finished, this area will look quite beautiful. And I think construction will also be done on these two areas as well. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of construction work is still left with our temple work. Well, the time will tell so as to how things goes. So that will be it for this episode as well. I hope you guys like this video, and if you do so, then do leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. As of now, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.